Dear learners, today we will discuss a chapter on motion in a straight line. We see things moving around us. We live in a constantly moving world. Therefore, study of motion is essential. A continuous change in the position of the object with respect to observer is called motion. Motion can be one dimensional, two dimensional or three dimensional. When object moves without changing the direction of motion, its motion is called straight line motion. After completing this lesson, you will be able to distinguish between distance and displacement and speed and velocity. You will be able to explain the terms relative velocity and average velocity. You will be able to define average acceleration. You can see the map on your screen, where the blue solid line shows the actual path and the red dotted line shows the direct path from your home to school. So, how much distance do you have to travel to reach your school? It is the actual path, that is 2 km. Again, what would be the length of the straight line drawn between your house and school? It is the direct path, that is 1.1 km. Now, how much distance do you travel in one round trip to the school? It will be twice of the actual path, which is equal to 4 km. Again, after one trip, how far away are you from your home? You have started from your home and again returned back to home, which means you are at the initial position, that is your home. Hence, you are 0 km away from your home. Now, we can differentiate between what is distance and what is displacement. The answer to question number 1 and 3 is distance, and answer to question number 2 and 4 is displacement. So, now distance is the length of the path travelled by object and displacement is the change in position or difference of final and initial position of the object. It can be the shortest distance between final and initial position of the object. Let an object moves from position A to B then to C. Now, the distance and displacement from A to C can be calculated. To calculate distance, length of the path is to be calculated, and to calculate displacement, the change in position is to be calculated, that is difference of final and initial position. For figure 1, distance equal to AB plus BC, that is 10 plus 8, that equal to 18 meter, and displacement, that is the difference between initial and final position, is AC, which is equal to 10 plus 8, that is also 18 meter. So, here distance and displacement are same. For figure 2, distance equal to again AB plus BC, which is equal to 20 plus 5, that is equal to 25 meter, and displacement, that is difference between initial and final position, is AC, which is equal to 20 minus 5, which is equal to 15 meter. Here distance and displacements are not same. Again, for figure 3, distance equal to AB plus BC, which is equal to 20 plus 20, that is equal to 40 meter, and displacement again difference between initial and final position, which is equal to AC, equal to 0 meter, because it is at the same point from where the object has started. So, here also distance and displacement are not same. For figure 4, distance equal to AB plus BC, which is equal to 8 plus 6 equal to 14 meter, and displacement equal to AC, which is equal to 10 meter. So, here also distance and displacement are not same. Let us take another example. Suppose a person started by point A and walked in a straight line for 1 km. Now, can you calculate the end point of his or her journey? No, the person could be anywhere on the circle of 1 km radius. Unless we know the direction of the motion, we cannot calculate the end point. So, from these examples, what can we conclude? We can conclude that we require both distance and direction to determine displacement. Displacement is a vector quantity, but distance is a scalar quantity. Displacement may be equal to distance or less than the distance. Displacement can be 0 in spite of distance being non-zero. Now, let us discuss uniform and non-uniform motion. You can observe the figure on your screen. In the first figure, the person is covering equal distance in equal interval of time. Hence, the motion is uniform. But in the next figure, the person is covering unequal distance in equal interval of time. Hence, the motion is non-uniform. So, if object covers equal distance in equal interval of time, its motion is called uniform motion, and if object covers unequal distance in equal interval of time, its motion is called non-uniform motion. For uniform motion, position time graph is straight line, and for non-uniform motion, it is not straight line, it will be a curve. You can see the position time graph for uniform and non-uniform motion on the screen. The position time graph for body at rest is a straight line parallel to the time axis, as the body is not changing position with time. But for uniform motion, position time graph is a straight line inclined to the time axis. For non-uniform motion, position time graph is a curve. We will discuss about graph in detail in another session later. Now, let us discuss about speed and velocity. What is speed? Speed is the distance travelled in unit time. So, we can write speed equal to distance travelled divided by time taken, and its unit is meter per second or kilometer per hour. And speed is a scalar quantity because it does not involve or it does not require direction for its complete specification. Now, what is velocity? Velocity is the displacement per unit time. So, now we can write velocity equal to displacement divided by time taken. Its unit is meter per second or kilometer per hour. It is a vector quantity. We can say that speed is the magnitude of velocity at any instant. When an object is travelling along a straight line, its velocity is equal to its speed. That means, for a straight line motion, when the body is covering a distance along a particular straight line, then its velocity and speed are the same. Now, what is average speed? It is the ratio of total distance travelled to the total time taken. So, we can write average speed equal to total distance travelled divided by total time taken. For solving numericals, you can write or you can use this expression 1, 2 and 3 for calculating average speed. For the first expression, when a body covers x1 distance with time t1 and covers x2 distance with time t2, average speed, that is V average equal to x1 plus x2 divided by t1 plus t2. If a body moves with speed v1 for time t1 and with v2 for time t2, then the average speed V average equal to v1 t1 plus v2 t2 divided by t1 plus t2. Now, if the body covers x1 distance with velocity v1 and x2 distance with velocity v2, then average speed equal to x1 plus x2 divided by x1 by v1 plus x2 by v2, and the expression comes out to be x1 plus x2 into v1 v2 divided by x1 v2 plus x2 v1. Now, let us work out a numerical. If Rohit goes to school from his home with the speed of 40 km per hour and comes back to home with the speed of 60 km per hour to collect the project file, what is his average speed? So, now we have to calculate the average speed, and we are given the speed v1 and v2, which are 40 km per hour and 60 km per hour. So, we can use the third expression, that is V average equal to x1 plus x2 into v1 v2 divided by x1 v2 plus x2 v1, and if we put all the values, then the average speed comes out to be 48 km per hour. Now, what is average velocity? We have already discussed about average speed. Average velocity is the ratio of net displacement to the total time taken. So, we can write average velocity equal to net displacement divided by total time taken. Since displacement can be 0, but not the distance, hence average velocity can be 0, but not the average speed. Now, let us discuss relative velocity. In the figure on your screen, you see that the bus moved away from the tree. The person is comparing the position of the bus with respect to the position of the tree. Reference here is the position of the tree. Here you can see the person is on the bus. He observes that the tree moved away from the bus. The person is comparing the position of the tree with respect to the position of the bus. Reference or origin is the position of the bus. Both the observations are correct. Difference is what is taken as the origin. So, we can say that motion is always relative. When one says that an object is moving, he or she is comparing the position of that object with another object. Motion is therefore change in position of an object with respect to another object over time. So, when we talk about the relative velocity of an object, it is the rate of change of its position relative to the object taken as reference. So, what is relative velocity? Relative velocity is the rate of change of the relative position of an object with respect to the other object is known as relative velocity of that object with respect to the other. Here you can see two cars A and B moving with velocity VA and VB. Hence, relative velocity of B with respect to A equal to VB minus VA. Now, what is acceleration? I am giving you a clue. When you start your bike or car, initially it is at rest. You gradually increase the speed by using accelerator. So, how can we define acceleration? Acceleration is the rate of change of velocity. So, average acceleration A average equal to V minus U divided by T2 minus T1, where V is the final velocity, U is the initial velocity, T2 is the time when you are observing the final velocity, and T1 is the time when you are observing the initial velocity. So, average acceleration equal to delta V divided by delta T, where delta V is the change in velocity and delta T is the change in time. Increase in rate of change of velocity is termed as acceleration and decrease in rate of change of velocity is retardation. So, in your day to day life you come across acceleration and retardation many times while you are driving or moving on a car or bike on the road. When you are decreasing speed, then it is undergoing retardation, and when you are increasing speed, it is undergoing acceleration. So, you come across acceleration, retardation, these terms or velocity, speed in your daily life many times. Let us summarize what we have studied today. Distance is the actual path travelled by an object and displacement is the difference of final and initial position of the object. The ratio of the displacement of an object to the time interval is known as average velocity. The total distance travelled divided by the total time taken is the average speed. A body covering equal distance in equal interval of time is said to be in uniform motion. The position time graph for body at rest is a straight line parallel to the time axis, and for uniform motion is a straight line inclined to the time axis. The rate of change of the relative position of an object with respect to another object is known as the relative velocity of that object with respect to the other. The change in the velocity in unit time is called acceleration. Hope you have understood today what we have discussed. Thank you.